Alright, so today I'm going to show you how I made this lunchbox. This one I made, obviously my son loves Batman. I got this, there's a great YouTube video that I followed to figure out how to make it the first time. I obviously made some modifications. His favorite color is green, so it's lined with green. Got a little handle on the top. The Batman tape is not duct tape. It's a Scotch brand tape, and I had to order it online, and so it's a lot lighter than duct tape. So I covered the entire thing with plastic packing tape, with a clear tape. So the one I'm going to make today, though, I'm making out of duct tape. So hopefully I won't have to do that. But it does give it a nice shiny peel. For some reason, I got two different size sides. So I think with this one I'm going to make today, we'll just make it consistent. I did a little bit of work ahead of time, so let me show you what we have going on here. We made our sheet. We need a 12 by 12 sheet, is what the video that I modeled this after made. So I have the inside of my lunchbox or lunch bag is blue, and my outside is Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars fan. I light it up a little bit, but not really, because it's going to get cut anyways. So what we need to do is, instead of having one 12 by 6 inch mat, we need to have two 12 by 6 inch mats. So let's see if I can make sure I get this perfectly even. So I'm going to line that up on my grid board. If you don't have a cutting board and you want to do anything with duct tape, you should get one. But so I want to make sure I have. Ooh, I'm going to cut this thing right in half. I already trimmed up on my edges, so you know how to make a panel. I made it 12 by 12 and then trimmed it up. So now I'm just going to make it 12 by 6. Going through a couple layers of duct tape here, so try and follow the ruler, for goodness sake. Doesn't make much sense to have a straight edge if you're not going to follow it. Well, I did not follow it very well there. So let's see where we're going. Apparently my blade is dull again. So I guess just make it happen, eh? So this is what happens if your cut doesn't seem to go through. Be careful. The blade technically is supposed to be sharp. Looks like Chewie's brain got a little mixed up there, so it looks like Chewie's brain. Luckily, we're going to edge this, so you don't have to be too worried about little yucks like that. Alright, so now we have two. Notice I have this extra sticky piece up here. I'm going to just take that off a minute. I think it's just going to get in my way. Now, I have the link to the original video that from whom I learned this below. And she had the great idea to create angled edges. So this is 4 inches where this is 3, and so that makes much more sturdy, stand-upable box. So we're going to do the same thing. So here we have going to make our two 12 by 6s, and we're going to flip it over so that they're both the right side. Now this tape, this print doesn't necessarily need that. I lost my tape. Oof. It's not really all that crazy to line up this one because it doesn't have really a repeating pattern, but specifically. But so let's just line it up in the middle. Looks like I got a little bit of excess there. We definitely want to cover that with some glue before we go too far. So get my blue right on in here. That much. I want to make sure I have it good and lined up. That's where my little mess was. We'll fix that later for sure. Oh, the model YouTube video that I watched initially had a checkerboard, and I did not feel inspired to go checkerboardy, so I didn't. Really want to make sure that this stays. So put this strip here. I don't think I'm going to regret that. Okay, so now we have a 24 by 6 inch piece. And it wasn't very painful. Fabulous. Now what we're going to do is make this will turn into our bag. So 2 seconds here. Oh goodness, I really did hack that to death. I'm going to quick. Looks like my cutting is not going all that well today, so I'm just going to quickly reinforce this and cover all of the white. I really have to cover the white. So this is obviously how you kind of adjust to what you have rather than just what you planned. So I'm going to quick put a layer there. Smooth that on there. And I think that's going to make it a lot easier, potentially. Potentially not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. What the heck? Alright, we got it. Okay, so now what we need to do is make those edges. So what we need to do is we need to create a panel that looks like this. And for some reason I like it much better if I know what my end game is when I'm watching a video. So what I need is a 4 by 6 inch, and I'm actually doing 4 by 8 inch panel. That's 4 inches on one side and tapers down to 3 on the other, then with a 1/2 inch surround of the sticky side with the backing. So let me show you how I made that. It sounds more complicated than it is. Alright, so we're going to take... Oh, don't be the end of it. That'll be so sad. I kept changing my... Yep, 8. I kept changing my dimensions. Excuse me, sorry about that. Now if you notice, 2 pieces side by side almost make 8 inches, or almost make 4. And I debated that for a while last time if I needed to add a 3rd piece. I'm going to get this 1/4 inch, and I decided that I did not. So we're going to just try and keep these with the least amount of overlap necessary, because they really will be held together with the backing. To give it as much width as we can. Alright, and this is where the tricky part comes in. Okay, got that down. Now we still want to make it taper, so it's 4 on this end and then 3 on this end. And so the way you do that is you just measure a 1/2 inch from the side. And make an angle. Seriously. we can get one. No, not even get one good cut today. All right. So we get a little triangle piece, and we do the same thing on the same side on the bottom of it. So let's half an inch. We'd have to take taking a half inch off of each side ends up with an inch off total. Makes it a gradual taper and lends stability to your bag. Ta-ha, clean cut. Alright, so we have that. Now what we need to do is we're just going to flip it over and create our inside. So light up. We can take our first piece and on the angle. Must admit, I don't really like using the big roller, like cutting my pieces ahead of time, but it seems to be silly. Silly extra step. Alright, and I'm going to get a piece here on the bottom, making sure we're going over at least a half inch on all sides. And if we did this right, we should be able to just get one piece in the middle, but it looks like I'm going to need a fourth piece. I angled my little wide right there. Hopefully you can aim to get yours in there with just 3 pieces. Ooh. Don't get quick and rushed here. This is going to serve as the inside of your bag, right? There. Alright. Good Lord. Okay, so now if we look back at our what we're going for, we have this, in essence, the back side of it. Now we just have to go around and trim it up. So what you need to do is take a look at the blinding light. And what you're going to do, if you can see it, hopefully you can see it in real life. You can see the piece underneath that's already cut the way you want it to. These are the 4 ends of it. And we just want to make sure that we have a half inch overhang of each on each. So we're going to trim it off neatly, giving ourselves a half inch. So I'm lining up my half inch mark with those dots and trimming off the excess. No, pretending to cut, but I'm not. Okay. Oh, and then, yes, so half inch from those dots is what we're going for. Ooh, this is barely a half inch over here. Ooh. I got a little skimpy. Oops. Down, almost there. Then I'll show you how to assemble it, and that's the fun part. Remember, half inch. Ta-da! So now, if we carefully peel this up, we have our Star Wars pens. Ta-da! And now, key here is going to be remembering how to space everything. So, we take a look. We should 8 right. Right, so let's line that up. I think 8, and we start here. So we have this part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is going to serve as the front of our lunchbox, right? Then this 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 will be the back of our lunchbox. And right here, our seam will be part of it. It looks like though. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here is where we'll fold up. So we're going to do this one. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so that means I'm going to attach that right here. This is what I think I'm going to do. Let's give that a whirl, huh? Oh, let's put it over this way so I can see what I'm doing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, right here. And then we should just be able to. Somehow I want it here though. Why do I want it here? Let's see what that ends up like. Is that what I want? Alright, open this up. Way beyond. This piece is 1, 2. I may not have made this long enough. We'll see what happens. That's why you should always review. Never pretend that you know what you're doing. Never pretend. Alright. So, it kind of look like we're building something for Star Wars here, yeah? Alright, so now that we have that all lined up and stuck down, now we want to just assemble our pieces. And I fear I may have a mess going on here, but let's make it work. Alright, because we want to be able to fold these in. Slice this a minute here. Maybe I don't want to slice it. Do I want to slice it? I think I do. Well, I'm going to, so we'll see what happens. And of course, that's right where I made my error when I was joining. Alright, so then, I'm just going to bend your tape back right where you cut it. See, this will be where we not tape anything else. And this is where we take this piece and bring it up. So, let me do that in a second. Make a little crease, I think. Help us out. This lining. So it's right there, hopefully on the tape. Okay, I'm going to bring it toward me a minute. Oh, mother. Alright, so we got that. That's okay if a little bit sticks out because we're going to have this edging anyway. So we're going to edge it. It'll be fine. I'm going to flip this side up. I don't think we creased it, but we definitely should have. Line up the edges there. Can't wait to see what this looks like in fast motion. And there you have one side of your lunch bag. Let's do the other side. And obviously I did something completely wrong here when it comes to length, because this is not nearly long enough to fold over and serve like a loop or a top like it did in my other ones. So I will go back and look at my handy dandy notes and readjust and fix that for the video for you. But for me, ooh, what happened there? For me, this is it. Oh, seriously? That whole big piece doesn't have any. What? Oh, this is where I did the extra. I get it. What am I feeling here? Why is this so sturdy? The best way I've found is to go in from the inside and just line them up, letting gravity help you, or help me at least. So now we have somewhat of a lunchbox. I'm gonna have to edge it. Sen said he wanted the bag to go all the way up, so I did make the edges extra tall, so maybe this is exactly what he wants. And I'll just be fabulous with that then. Alright, so we modified the design just a little bit. And you can see as it goes up. And we'll show you that in a minute. But now let's go back through the edges in it. Alright, so I need to find the black tape. Actually, I don't have any black tape, so if we're going to use this, we're going to have to edge it in blue. I don't know if I want to do that. I want to edge it in red. Next, looks like we're going to edge this one in red. I only want a 1/2 inch edging. Oh, but I have a red one. So that's why sometimes buying the smaller one, 1.5 or even 2 inches, it looks like. Sorry about that. Definitely edit that out.